Here we go. RAIGEKI versus Jeff. We're going into it. Thompson, Stoic, take it away.
Yep, those pre-bans are already locked in. RAIGEKI's already picked his first unit there with the Vanessa and Ciara in the pre-ban. RAIGEKI already taking that Chandra. JEFFBOLADAO already hovering over Sagad. Does he take that Velodrule as well?
Jeff forced RAIGEKI to pick Chandra by banning the Ciara. Without that much sweet, with Ciara picked, Vanessa picked, RAIGEKI had to go for the Chandra.
Ooh, there's that light Twin Angels. Now, we've seen this before from RAIGEKI. We know that he pulled it. I think he pulled that this year. I could be wrong. And he's been playing a lot with these light Twin Angels. And now we're going to be seeing a Draco. Is this what we're talking about?
That's the Fireball Draco with the fly, and the run, and the whistle.
Is it? Are we potentially looking at a cleave right now? I don't know. I can't help because Draco's part of a cleave team. This might be what we're seeing coming out of RAIGEKI. I have no clue. But JEFFBOLADAO looks like he's preparing for it. We see the Juno coming out. We see the Eleanor coming out. He wants to stop some high damage out there, or if he's trying to go like a heavy negative effects. You know, Juno's going to be ready for JEFFBOLADAO's draft here. We are going to see a little bit of high damage. We know what Water Siri can do.
RAIGEKI with the anti-meta. Yo, with Draco, you never know what he's going to do. Attack buff, defense buff. Let's just see what Draco will do.
And whatever it does, Miles doesn't care. He'll take whatever buffs you want to give him. So this Miles is going to be definitely pumping in some serious damage. I do feel like that Leo gets laid down. That Leo will get banned. And I think Jeff knows that. So let's see what the last pick is going to be. It's going to be a Feng Yan.
Feng Yan is a good ban as well, but that Eleanor is going to be very annoying to deal with because the Miles got banned out.
Yep, Miles getting banned out, Feng Yan getting banned out. Speed leads for both players here, but let's get into it, guys. We have our very first match with JEFFBOLADAO and RAIGEKI. We have that Draco taking turn 1.
Yeah, with the new buff patch, you'll know that both Fly and Run gets you a 20% chance to proc again. But let's see if Draco will take a lot of turns.
Yep, hopefully. I think that's what RAIGEKI is definitely going to be banking on right here. So we're boosting up our team just a little bit, and we have Wateryu Moore looking to get a full team strip. He stripped some of the buffs. There was a lot of buffs out there for him to strip, but he definitely stripped some of them. Looking at a reset here with Sagad, potentially laying it down with Draco, going for the light Twin Angels instead.
Yeah, that defense buff on Draco is actually kind of good. Tanked a lot of hits. Now, the Draco's run has been buffed. Now it never glances, so he could set that when he sees it, and it'll never glance.
Well, I think the unit that RAIGEKI really wants to deal with right now is going to be that Eleanor, that light unicorn. I feel like having that immunity, that sustain that it does bring to the table here, I don't think he wants to have to play around this unit here. But he's got a little bit of poke damage going into the Juno, going into this Moore.
Unfortunately, the Ryu cut before the Chow, or that would have been like a almost dead Ryu, right?
Yeah, potentially. Let's see what happens. He is going to go with more skill 1 damage. He wants to take these light Twin Angels out, but the light Twin Angels holding on by a thread right now, and it has no skills available.
Yeah, that Juno's dealing so much damage into the Morel and Gracia. It's just hard for RAIGEKI to come back, because even though Draco provides a lot of utility, but none of his units really heal other units other than Chow healing himself.
Right, so all the sustain, definitely keeping JEFFBOLADAO's team very, very healthy and alive right now. He's got the cleanses, the antidote's going to be coming up here. Chow is definitely going to be the unit on JEFFBOLADAO's list here. He wants to take care of this unit, not have to worry about all that potential damage that can come from it right now. So he's pummeling that damage. I think Juno's looking for a Despair Stun on top of the Draco here, but I think JEFFBOLADAO in the driver's seat right now. He's stopping anything RAIGEKI's trying to get going.
Yeah, I really like the Eleanor pick. It's almost like a Molly 2.0, and I like how RAIGEKI drafted the Miles to counter Eleanor. Unfortunately, the Miles got banned, so there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, that was a great read by JEFFBOLADAO, and I was a fan of the Feng Yan. I felt like if Feng Yan did go through, it would have been a problematic unit for RAIGEKI to have to deal with here. So we'll see what happens when we get into round number 2, because JEFFBOLADAO, like we said, in the driver's seat, looks like he's going to be getting this win here. We can't count Chow out just yet, but there's a lot of attack bar manipulation. There's a lot of damage coming in RAIGEKI's way.
Yeah, that's just what the Eleanor does. It amplifies the strength of your Juno, amplifies the strength of your Feng Yan. So great draft by JEFFBOLADAO overall, and now Raigeki's gonna have to figure out how to deal with the Eleanor. I would think Eleanor might be taking a pre-ban.
See what happens. It's going to take that pre-ban. I don't know if he has a bulwark strategy in mind to have to handle this Eleanor, but we'll see what happens. Those are the pre-bans from last time, guys. We have the Vanessa and we have Ciara. They are now available as we get into round number 2 with Raigeki versus JEFFBOLADAO, and new pre-bans going to be happening right now.
Yeah, the unfortunate part about Bulwark is like if the opponent like JEFFBOLADAO picked the cigar will control the Bulwark the whole time. So that's going to be tough. I like Miles a little bit better, but Bulwark could work as well. Just has to find a way to counter cigar.
There's that Ethna in the pre-ban, and there's those light twin angels finding themselves in the pre-ban now. JEFFBOLADAO with the first pick, and it is going to be a Ciara first pick.
Oh, JEFFBOLADAO always taking Raigeki Ciara. Raigeki loves picking that Ciara, we know. Now Raigeki will have to pick a different speed lead, maybe Ramel and Jediah, or maybe just a Vanessa.
See what it is going to be. It is going to be a Chandra. He's going to go Chandra Saga here for Raigeki. We've got 2 drafts coming out after seeing those 2 units from Raigeki.
Yeah, I'm surprised Eleanor got through the ban phase, and now Raigeki's going to have to figure out how to deal with the Eleanor, and perhaps maybe even a Heigang backup.
Let's see, because we got a Vertiheal coming out for JEFFBOLADAO as well. So Eleanor Vertiheal are going to be drafted. Those are locked in here. Raigeki looking to respond. Let's see what he's going to be doing here to have to handle this Eleanor. It's so interesting to see these priority picks on a light unicorn that, you know, hasn't changed too much over the years.
Wow, he actually slammed down Water, Siri, and Draco. Water Siri is going to be really interesting here, but it gets really countered by that Leo that Jeff slammed down.
It does. It gets heavily countered by that Leo. I feel like Leo's, again, on the ban for Raigeki to be banning out here. And I think that's like the kind of situation you want to put your opponent in there. You want to make him think. You want to make him work for it. And JEFFBOLADAO is doing a great job at making Raigeki work right now.
JEFFBOLADAO slammed down that Leo, so certain.
What the last pick is going to be for Raigeki.
Yeah, let's see who Raigeki's going to pick last. Probably it's going to be like another healer or damage dealer, because without the Water Series, he doesn't have much damage pushing through. He maybe could pick a Leo counter. He sticks with the Chow, and that means
he likes
the
the
Leo's
Chow.
banned.
Yeah, Leo should be getting the ban here. Now, we do have some forms of defense breaks. Are we potentially banning out the light unicorn, though?
Leo's going to get banned.
Okay. Leo's going to get that ban. So is that Water Siri. Jeff doesn't want to have to worry about that at all. 24 speed lead for both players right here, guys. We're getting into round number 2 with JEFFBOLADAO and Raigeki, with Draco once again kicking it off.
Let's just see how the Vertihill is going to perform for JEFFBOLADAO. There is 2 water units for Raigeki. Unfortunately, the attack buff was not put on Chow. It was a defense buff. That's one of Draco's weaknesses. Hopefully next time it'll be an attack buff.
We'll see what it is going to be there. A little bit of damage coming towards that Vertiheal right here. We do have strips available for this June. Let's see if he chooses to do them, and he is going to be doing it there. Does get 2 units stripped out, but not that Chandra and not the Draco.
Yeah, the Eleanor is providing such a problem for, such a nuisance and a problem for Raigeki. We're providing the anti-crit and also the immunity and also a little bit of heal.
Yep, that's right. I mean, it is a problematic unit to have to deal with. It's on that list of just like units that do a lot of things here, and it definitely does enough here for JEFFBOLADAO to cause some serious problems here for Raigeki. We've got additional turns coming out, can go for the cleanse and, you know, save his CR from having the defense break and provoke on it. So now we have bombs we can lay down on the field.
That was a huge proc from Eleanor. I'm surprised Eleanor even got through the pick and ban phase, the pre-ban phase.
Yep, well, we'll see if he does something about it when we get into match number 3 for sure. But as of now, I mean, it's kind of anyone's game at the moment. These are some really nice additional turns that he's getting with this Eleanor. Eleanor's going to be keeping up with immunity and all that anti-crit here, because we do know that it is healing itself up just a little bit. And I think my eyes are on this Chow right now. Is Chow going to be the unit to help get rid of this Eleanor?
Yeah, Ciara has bomb up coming up. The cooldowns finally got the cooldowns back, so he'll be able to look to drop a bomb on the Draco, or it could even be the Chandra, whatever.
Yeah, it is going to be the Chandra there. A little bit of damage comes towards Cigar right now. We can re-land that provoke back on the CR. He wants to stop that unity. He is going to go with the big skill too, and the counter comes up. But an additional turn is going to come out from the Draco. He's going to be boosting up his team. He's got the attack buffs not where he wants it to be this time. But of course, we're going to be trying to stun up another unit, and we have some okay damage coming from this Chow. Is it going to be enough?
Kind of greedy of JEFFBOLADAO to not put the bomb on Draco, but put the bomb on Chandra. If JEFFBOLADAO decided to put the bomb on Draco, Draco would have been dead because there was a 20% chance he would have procced into the bomb into death.
Well, more poke damage coming at this Unicorn. He does want to have to remove this unit from the field. Looking for a provoke. Does land that provoke. No additional turns going to be coming out from this Eleanor this time here. We don't have second skill available, but more damage is going to be rolling into that Cigar. And Vertiheel does have enough damage to take care of Draco. So Draco is going to be gone now, and we can't get a second bomb. And I don't think we're going to choose to detonate just yet. There's no reason to.
I also know RAIGEKI and his units are built on Violent as well. It's not working.
Definitely not. He's going to go for that reset on top of Ciara. Lands that provoke as well. No revenge is coming out from this Vertiheel, so keep in mind, we have justice damage. It's going to be very, very high due to how many units that have died right now.
Yeah, now it's all up to Chow to see if Chow could finish off that Sierra, because Sierra is posing.
That's not what happens there. He goes after the Ciara, does not get those big damage numbers that we were thinking we were going to see there, but he's got the bombs, he's got everything that he needs. He's going to be, JEFFBOLADAO's going to be holding on to that bomb, so he has the detonate ability, but it may not matter too much. RAIGEKI really needs to see one thing, and he does not see it. Bomb's going to be coming out. JEFFBOLADAO is going to be taking round number 2.
Yeah, I would really not like to see another Eleanor gameplay, hoping to see a ban or pre-ban from RAIGEKI.
Definitely, I couldn't agree more. He was not handling that unit as well as he thought he was going to do in that round. So I do think Eleanor deserves a pre-ban at this point.
Yes, most definitely. I've been talking about JEFFBOLADAO and his skill of using that Eleanor paired with Hagang and Cigar. Eleanor.
And there you have it. It finally made it into a pre-ban, and then the Ciara will get pre-banned as well by Jeff. He doesn't want RAIGEKI to take that Ciara. So first pick is coming out for RAIGEKI. Let's see what he's going to be prioritizing here. Is it going to be the Water Twin Angels, potentially taking that away from JEFFBOLADAO? It is going to be Vanessa.
Unfortunately, RAIGEKI never got to play with his Sierra. JEFFBOLADAO definitely did his homework, and RAIGEKI picking the Vanessa for 33 speed lead, also armor break. Let's just see what JEFFBOLADAO is going to pick. Probably a Cigar coming out, and maybe a Chandra. Stick with the Water Ryu.
Yeah, we're a little different over here for JEFFBOLADAO. He does take that Cigar, and we're going to see the Water Ryu coming out here, or more coming out. And we've got RAIGEKI. He's bringing back those Light Twin Angels. It's something that he really likes to play with here. Smicer can be definitely a menace to help RAIGEKI finally get a point on the board.
Yeah, JEFFBOLADAO definitely did the homework. RAIGEKI needs to remember that JEFFBOLADAO's Water Ryu is built on Despair. So keep that in mind as we're drafting.
Definitely are, and like we've seen Smicer being drafted, I know you've called for the Veramos before. Veramos is going to be coming into the picture right now alongside that Vertiheel.
Yeah, I really like the Veramos pick. It just presents to RAIGEKI that I'm not scared of your Smicer, and I could let the Smicer through, and I have something to deal with that unit.
Yep, Fire Bayek is going to be drafted once again here. It's coming to the table under RAIGEKI's control right now, and he has a Chow. We've seen the Chow. We know the Chow can perform really well. It has yet to perform really well for RAIGEKI, so let's see what happens. Anytime I see a Feng Yan as a last pick, it's usually saying we're letting the Chow through. We're not too worried about it. We're swapping. We're going for a Josephine.
Yeah, the Vertiheel is going to be a big threat for RAIGEKI, so I'm glad to see the ban on the Vertiheel.
Yep, Vertiheel gets that ban, and here we go, guys. We have match point for JEFFBOLADAO or RAIGEKI trying to keep himself alive in this tournament today. Let's see what happens with the Light Twin Angels taking turn 1.
That Veramos really drops the efficiency of the Ashore, not just the Smicer as well. See how RAIGEKI will deal with the Veramos.
Well, that defense break does land on top of the Veramos. We have the bomb coming out here for the Cigar, and we're going to see, of course, it gets stuns up. It's going to proc our Josephine. Josephine's looking to stun up some units and does get that stun onto the Firebake, but Firebake is going to be procking out. We're giving all of our attention. We're going right to this Veramos. Veramos handles that damage really, really well with a beautiful skill too, ready to avail, but only stuns up one unit.
Only stun off one unit, but now Veramos will push back attack bar if the unit is not stunned. Also, Assure boosted up the Veramos' Nemesis proc by a lot.
It really did there, but keep in mind that was a Despair Vanessa. Let's keep an eye out for that unit. It was able to Despair stun the Cigar, but we've got Water Ryu trying to get some attack breaks, potentially trying to stop some of these units. It's built on Despair. We know about that. With this more, no Despair stuns are going to be landing on any of the units here. We have some skills available from the Light Twin Angels. All attention is staying on this Veramos.
Where is Raigeki's Ragdoll? All of JEFFBOLADAO's units critting from Ryu to Veramos to Josephine.
Yep, even critting water on that time as well, so more damage going to be coming into these Light Twin Angels. The Light Twin Angels is something that JEFFBOLADAO is trying to keep under control right now. Any Despair stuns going to be happening? Not just yet from this more. Of course, we're going to be pummeling more damage directly into these Light Twin Angels, but opting to go for Despair stuns instead.
Yeah, good to note that the Veramos is actually not just lucky critting, it's built on crit rate.
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's dealing a lot of damage here. So there's that proc. The Josephine passive shields are going to be coming up after it stuns up that Veramos. So let's see what happens with Light Twin Angels. Light Twin Angels trying to create some opportunity right now for Raigeki.
I think JEFFBOLADAO played against Smicer really well, picking the Josephine and also the Veramos to go against that Smicer. Great drafts by JEFFBOLADAO and also good sequence of plays.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. We've got that reset that goes out on the Vanessa. We're not going to see any revives coming up just yet. Now, it is on the lower half of things, so we are going to have that revive up shortly. Let's see what happens with this Josephine. Josephine looking to control the Fire Bayek, not letting it do anything here. We do have a Silence that does land on top of the Cigar, so we're not going to see any more skills. That's a lot of Despair stuns.
Yeah, that's we knew from first game that Ryu was built on Despair, and finally the Ryu's is starting to kick in.
It really is. Big skill too from the Veramos, providing lots of damage, and Raigeki not looking good at all right now because we've got this more primed and ready to drop some units. We have Josephine trying to drop out on this Fire Bayek, and we're going to be seeing JEFFBOLADAO with a big 3-0 here against Raigeki.